there. Well, with mortgage rates expected to jump in response to today's rise in interest rates, what does all this really mean for UK homeowners? Joining me from Essex is the mortgage mum, Sarah Tucker. Sarah, we couldn't have you on a better day. Thank you so much for joining us on the programme. You're looking very pretty in pink this evening. Tell me, what do we need to know about what this is meaning in real life for real people and mortgages in particular?
Yeah, well, the Bank of England base rate has increased, as we know. That means for those on a tracker rate mortgage or a variable rate mortgage, of which there's about 750,000 people on a tracker, your interest rate and your monthly repayments are going to increase as a result of today's announcement. If you're on a fixed rate mortgage, the good news is it's fixed until the end of the term, so it won't make any changes for you. But yes, those on a tracker or a variable rate unfortunately have been affected.
I mean, I've heard of people and spoken to people who thought of trying to fix in the last couple of weeks or so and saw the rate literally changing between sort of 10 o'clock in the morning and 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And it was one of these you snooze, you lose kind of things. You know, if you didn't get in at 10 in the morning, you were going to be paying more every month for the next 5 years, probably.
Yeah, made for a very interesting time for mortgage brokers because we were trying to keep clients up to date, keep on top of what lenders were doing what and how long we had left to get applications in. So lots of late nights, mortgage brokers trying to get people secured on the best rates.
And what are you supposed to do as of today? I mean, if somehow you didn't get in, or your conveyancing didn't go through in time, or, you know, for whatever reason, the funds weren't there and you couldn't make the connection you needed to make to get the deal sealed, to get that fixed rate mortgage in time. It's now today, I'm looking at today's headline in the Telegraph, bank set the biggest rate rise since Black Wednesday. It's looking awful, quite frankly, isn't it? What are you supposed to do as of now?
Well, I think it's the big question. Lots of people now are looking at tracker rate mortgages because they're actually a lot more competitive than fixed rate mortgages by some margin. So, you know, people have got to decide really whether they're willing to weigh up that risk, knowing that the Bank of England may continue to raise the base rate, and every time they do it would put that rate up. But in face of interest rates, fixed rates being around 6.49%, the average fixed rate is at the moment, some people are opting for that riskier appetite than they normally would, where usually everybody would be opting for a fixed rate. Ultimately, you've got to see if you can afford the monthly payment. That's the main thing, and that's what, you know, good advice will do, is for you to have a look. But there is an awful lot of people, not in a very nice situation. I think it's just important to know that the Bank of England are trying to reduce inflation. It's at a 40-year high at the moment. So although the Bank of England rate is at a 14-year high, inflation is at a 40-year high, and that's what's going to benefit most people. You know, all of us will benefit if inflation comes down, and that's what they're trying to do. So it's important to remind people they're not trying to create, fear and panic. They're really trying to fix the situation that we're all in.
Okay, so what should people do? I've heard people say it's very hard to get hold of mortgage advisors right now. I mean, quite obviously it makes a great deal of sense. I bet you're rushed off your feet, that people are rushed off their feet. And I had somebody only this morning tell me, they phoned to say, look, mate, my fixed rate's coming to an end. What shall I do? I don't know what to do. What can you advise? And they were told 45 minutes hanging on the phone minimum. This is someone trying to earn a living. They didn't have 45 minutes in the working day to hang on the phone. So what are the steps you need to take to calm yourself and at least to try to see whether you've got the funds to sustain what you're trying to do?
I would say that's not the norm at all. I think certainly if you're trying to get through to banks, yes, they're probably inundated with calls, and that probably is a long wait time. We know that from the other end of trying to get through to banks ourselves. Lots of mortgage brokers are available at the touch of a button, you know, on social media, and people ask questions to the team all the time just to get instant responses, and that's available to you from many mortgage brokers. The best thing to do is to get advice. You know, you can have a Google, you can start to have a look, but look, it's really hard for us to keep on top of what's happening, and this is our full-time job. So for you to have to navigate not just what it means, but, you know, who is the best banks to go to, it is best to seek expert advice, because that's what we're here for. We're here to try and calm you, to try and look at your individual situation and hopefully make you feel a bit more in control and empowered. I think the biggest thing is people need to understand, what does it mean for them and their household? Not always just the UK, because it's what it means to them and their everyday life and their family. And that's what a broker will do, is they'll just tailor the advice specifically for you and your family.
Are you seeing people pulling out of property deals? Are you seeing people maybe who are just about to get that first foothold on the property ladder saying, I'm so sorry, I can't buy right now, this isn't going to work out for me, and walk away from the table?
Yes, lots. There's been a 40% reduction in new buyer interest in the South East alone in October. I think the Christmas slowdown has basically come 2 months early. Everybody has gone, I think I'll just wait till 2023, wait to see what Rishi does, wait to see what rates do. I think I'll just hold fire. And what that means is, yes, chains are breaking down. People that were very set on moving are now wobbling about it and thinking, actually, I'm not so sure this is the right idea. You know, people have been in the habit of really pushing themselves to try and get the best property they can. And those people at the top of the chains are the ones that we're seeing pull out quickest, because they're wondering, actually, is now the best time for me to stretch myself?
Well, when we
And their family, and that's what a broker will do, is they'll just tailor their advice specifically for you and your family.
Are you seeing people pulling out of property deals? Are you seeing people maybe who are just about to get that first foothold on the property ladder saying, I'm so sorry, I can't buy right now, this isn't going to work out for me, and walk away from the table?
Yes, lots. There's been a 40% reduction in new buyer interest in the South East alone in October. I think the Christmas slowdown has basically come 2 months early. Everybody has gone, I think I'll just wait till 2023, wait to see what Rishi does, wait to see what rates do. I think I'll just hold fire. And what that means is, yes, chains are breaking down. People that were very set on moving are now wobbling about it and thinking, actually, I'm not so sure this is the right idea. You know, people have been in the habit of really pushing themselves to try and get the best property they can. And those people at the top of the chains are the ones that we're seeing pull out quickest, because they're wondering, actually, is now the best time for me to stretch myself?
Well, when we hear about a buyer's market, a seller's market, is there such a thing as a no one's market? The market flatlines and nobody's making any money and nobody's moving, the whole thing just stagnates and that's it? Is that what we're heading for, do you think, or is it even worse than that?
I don't think so, because I think everybody has different reasons to move. You know, some people move because they really do need to. Perhaps they need more space, they need to expand their family home. Other people move from, you know, a want and a desire, and perhaps it's those people that may stop. But there's so many people that want to get on the property ladder, and there's lots of people renting that probably will benefit once they're actually on the property ladder, compared to the rent prices, which may even go up more, because of course landlords are under pressure as well with their mortgages. So people need homes, we always need somewhere to live. And so I don't think, I mean, I'm glass half full, so I'm very positive outlook in general, but I think there's always movement in the property market. It's very resilient and it's always shifting, because ultimately people always need somewhere to live, and lots of people want to get on the property ladder.
Well, thank you very much indeed for talking to us. You've done a good job of being reassuring on a very difficult day. Thank you very much. I'll tell you what's coming up next. Lovely listener.